We've finished writing the donation box class. Notice that the important thing here is that we wrote donation box. If you go and look at the driver class, we're really only using it for two different reasons. The first reason is that we're using it to try out things that we do with the donation box just to get a handle on what donation box should or shouldn't do. And the second thing that we're doing is we're using it to test to see whether or not the code that we write in donation box actually works. And you can see that we've put some printout, at least one print statement in here, to try to figure out whether or not, after we donate, the grand total for donations is correct. So at this point, what we're really doing is we're saying, I think that when we run this program, it's going to print out 750. Now that's one way that we could do printouts. The problem with testing this way is that eventually your output gets very, very long. And when it gets long, you're spending all of your time going through the output trying to see whether or not the value is correct or not. So one of the options here is to change the main program so that it actually starts to help us debug. So for instance, we could put a statement in here that says if total so far is not equal to 750, like so. Now, well, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this line, and I'm going to remove this dump statement that we weren't really using anyway, and now we're going to run the program. Notice the program doesn't produce any output. This is actually a good thing. If the program produced lots of output, we'd have to wade through it to see if there was a problem. But by writing our code this way, and checking to make sure that things match and only printing out if there's a problem, that means if we get any output at all coming out of the program that we're using to test, then we know that we've got some sort of error. This approach is not bad, but the problem with it is that eventually we'll find that the main program is going to grow to be very, very huge as we test things, and it's going to get more and more difficult to see what the tests are actually doing as we write more if statements and more print statements. And so what we're looking for is a better way to test things.